Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Well, this is the start of a new series, which is sort of a bit of a continuation of my old series. Now, I originally bought this Fluval Spec 10 litre tank and set it up for a fighter. Now, I kept it pretty bare, but I made a short series on just a bit of a review of it, setting it up, all the way through to putting a fish in there. And then after some time, I actually decided to go pretty crazy and filled the thing with plants and driftwood. Now, that wasn't officially a part of the review and setup series, but I'm going to put that in the description below, along with all the previous videos. But I've actually, when I did do that, I had a friend come over and fall in love with the tank. And they decided, could they please have it and try their hand at fish keeping. So I actually gave the tank away, and after a little while, they decided that they actually really loved fish keeping. They upgraded to a larger tank and stopped needing it. So I have finally got it back. Of course, minus the plants and driftwood and moss, etc. That I was happy to give behind. I'm sort of starting afresh. So this is sort of the rebirth of this tank, and this is going to be a second series. Now, this time around, I've decided to go down the planted route again, but this time I'm actually going to be using, attempting to use some aquarium soil. Now, the one I've decided to use is this one here, which is Fluval Stratum. Now, I've seen a lot of good reviews on this stuff, and I do plan eventually to keep some shrimp in here as well. So looking for something that was very shrimp friendly. This sort of keeps, supposedly, promotes neutral to mildly acidic pH, and it's supposed to stimulate plant growth, and also it's ideal for plants or shrimp, and I guess for plants and shrimp. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've never actually tried to use anything like this before. I've always just had aquarium gravel, and I've grown my plants in that. Now, it's been a few years since I've had like a proper planted tank, so I'm really excited to try this. Now, I've also got a few of my other goodies here that I'm going to be using on it. I've got some plant food that's been recommended to me by my local fish store, which is just sort of a low-tech complete, which should be pretty good for the plants that I'm going to use. I do still have some my root tabs from a long time ago, hoping they're still going to be all right. So going to perhaps give those a bit of a try too on some of the plants. What else do I have? I've got a little bit more filter material. I've got some plant anchors. I've got some almond leaf here. I might put in a little bit of that. I also plan to use some of my leftover noodles that I haven't been using. These are just some Aqua One premium noodles, which are cheap but really good. I use them in my African cichlid tank. But besides that, it's pretty much all the same equipment that I had when I first set up this tank. There is one thing I've changed though, and I now have I've reverted back to my Aqua One 25 watt heater. Now, when I originally set this tank up, I actually set it up with a little nano heater. It was probably only about so big, and it wasn't adjustable. It was just supposedly going to heat the tank to, I think, set to 25 or 26 around the clock. One thing I found with it, that it actually was, the temperature was varying quite a bit. I was losing sometimes 2, 3 or 4 degrees. Whereas these Aqua One cheap little Aqua One heaters, I think this is a 25 watt. Yeah, 25 watt. You can actually adjust it, the temperature as well. And I find these really good. I've used these a lot over the years. Obviously, on my bigger tanks, I do use a bit more premium heater, but these are fine. I've also got my planting tools, tweezers, etc. Some scissors. Oh, there goes the the pump. Obviously, this tank's going to need a good rinse out and clean out. I've put the filter sponge aside as well to clean out. So yeah, basically I'm all set. As soon as I'm ready to spend a bit of time setting up the tank. I'm going to go down to my shop and buy some plants. I have a rough idea. I want some moss, probably some Vel. I've really liked Vel in my previous planted setups. What else? Probably a crypt as well. Maybe some Kambob. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I'm hoping to really fill this tank up with plants. And I've still got the original wood that I set this tank up with. And if you watch the original series, you'll remember that it's sort of a rooted bit of wood that sort of comes up with a couple of sort of branches coming off. I'm going to dig that up and put that back in as well as sort of a center piece, I guess you could say. And hopefully, yeah, put a little bit of that almond leaf. I've also got a little bit of wood. I can't actually remember the name, but it's like this little long piece of wood with a lot of holes in it that's good for shrimp. Someone out there will definitely know the name of it, and as soon as you see it, let me know what it's called. But I did have a shrimp for a while back, and I did use that wood for him, and they really love it. I think the wood sort of breaks down a little bit for them to eat on. But yeah, really looking forward to setting up this tank again. It's great to have it back, and I'm really excited about finally having a planted tank again and giving this soil a go. So yeah, this is just the first episode. Probably aiming to do, the sort of 4 or 5 episodes again, spread out over time, of course. If you've got any questions, please ask below. And I'll also, like I said, I'll be putting in the previous series of me setting this tank up originally, also in the description, so check those videos out. And the next time you see an episode of this tank, I'll be getting some plants and setting her up. So thanks for watching this first episode. It's just a bit of a quick run through of what I'm going to attempt to do, and I hope it all comes off. And I hope to see you again in episode 2. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.